What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah. Where are you originally from?
Born in Danville, Indiana. I lived all over Indiana: Mooresville, Martinsville, Plainfield, Seymour, Columbus, um, North Vernon, places like that.
Okay.
I come from money, and it's kind of rough though, because you think it would be easy, but what happened behind closed doors stays behind closed doors, as long as all the appearances are met: nice cars, nice clothing, PTA mom. But money promotes sickness, so to speak. So as I've grown up, I've learned money's nice, but it's not everything. And I've been on my own since I was 14. My parents got divorced. I was put out. I tried to finish school. Had a really bad car.
You were put out at 14?
Yeah. Everything fell apart. My father cheated on my mother. My mother cheated on my father. You know, he would beat up on her at home, but everything was totally good. It was all great. What is it? Leave it to Beaver type. um, so I got out on my own. I tried to struggle to make it through school as much as I could. After my car accident, I wound up dropping out of school. I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't do this and that.
How old were you when you were in the wheelchair?
In my accident?
Yeah.
I was 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're 15 years old.
Uh-huh.
You're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And you're homeless practically at that point, right?
Pretty much. And I made through rehabilitations, like my aunt, who is now deceased from cancer. Everybody in my family dies from cancer, and so I'm doomed. But yes, and she helped me get through some rehabilitations. I was with a lot of men who were abusive, and went to school, even was able to get a GED. They're going in and out of the jail systems behind the lifestyle that comes with being homeless and coming out into these streets. It's not honorable or respectable, but I did get into, but it was, at that time, I was young, I was beautiful. I was like, oh, right, I'm special, I can do this. And then, people beat on you. They take all your money. You don't have anything or anybody. You learn to love him, this big man upstairs.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm glad that you're opening up about all this. So,
what don't kill you make you stronger.
yeah.
So, I come out, and you be with guys who misuse and abuse you, and they cheat on you. And it's by the grace of God I never caught AIDS, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, things like that nature. I was blessed. I'm not to say that I'm better than anybody, but them fears of seeing it through other girls and the way they aged and looked scared me. So condoms became a big thing. And now today, I don't. I'm disabled now. My father's gone. My mother's old. I have 4 beautiful children that came out of it. And
that's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Not everybody will have that.
3 boys and a girl. I got a granddaughter and a grandson. 2 live in Indiana, 2 live in Miami.
Miami?
Yeah, my youngest one is in the Army now. Kind of scary. But I'd be out here, and people come and bring me food, because I try to stay out of the hustle in these streets, because I'm trying to be a better person. Because you conform to these streets and you become a horrible person. I started to slide into these things, and I'm 46 years old now, just turned on Thanksgiving. And I'm trying really hard to be the best that I can. Now, God has blessed me very much so throughout the years for a disability claim, which I was accepted. So now I make $3 a month.
That's enough to live on.
It is.
It's not going to get you off the streets, unless
No.
you find somebody else.
To help go in with you,
You got to find the right person.
which is really rough for me because I don't trust people behind the experiences I've had out here. You can't trust nobody. As soon as you do, they're just waiting to snatch something off from underneath you, bring themselves up and laugh at you while you're down here. And then you have nobody to turn to but the big man upstairs.
It's okay. It's good. It's good for you to, get this out and just,
But
But I see this. First of all, at 15 years old or 14, right?
yeah.
It was, if you had had a different childhood than that, you wouldn't be there today.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, and it stemmed from a money background. I mean, my father was a subcontractor. He installed carpet, tile, so on and so forth. But he never paid his taxes, so we were always moving. Back then, they'd send a letter in the mail stating, "Hey, we found you. You owe us money to the IRS," and we would move. So it was constantly an uproar with everything.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's an Avon lady, and it just seemed like everything was peaches and cream, but it wasn't. But the real struggle is when I come out here and everybody turned their back on me. And here I am by myself, and I managed to scrape through going to the jail systems, constructively trying to utilize my time to be a better me. So I took up courses for GED, and I got my GED.
I got mine recently.
You did? It's
I
a
got
good
it
feeling, right?
Yeah, I know the feeling. They kicked me out in the 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I kept trying to go back. I got it from Manatee Technical College in Bradenton.
Yeah, where? Really?
Bradenton.
Bradenton?
Yeah.
It's a nice area. Well, I moved to Florida in 2000. I had gotten out of a bad marriage, and I wanted something different. I'm like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This isn't where I want to be. I can't handle this stuff that's going on. So I just wanted to go somewhere warm. So I opened up the map, and I seen Florida, and I closed my eyes and went like this and stuck my finger on something. It was Hollywood, Florida.
So you went to Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was experience.
It's a beautiful place if you can afford it.
Yeah, Hollywood, Hollandale Beach, and then you go into Aventura, North Miami, things like that.
Very fun place.
Yes, and you know what? Downtown Miami is pretty cool, but the lifestyle right outside the city up into 95 and Opelika and
It's
things.
a whole different world when you're on this side of 95.
It is, and that's rough.
Yeah.
It's really rough. I learned a lot of hard knock things, like if you swap ain't no swindle, which is what happens, what you do to me, and when it's going to come back to you, or recognize it when you see it, things like that, because the way the lifestyle is, it's like this, and it's dangerous. So I had to get out of Miami quick.
You thought homelessness in Miami was more dangerous than here?
Oh yes,
Really?
very much
Wow,
so. People were dying left and right.
I just did some interviews in Miami, but in Kendall, Hialeah, not like Northwest Miami.
Hialeah's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, my youngest son's a Milano baby. His father's a black Cuban. He's the one
Okay.
that's in the army.
Okay.
And they live in Hialeah. And a lot of Cubans, it's just like little Cuba.
Yeah, I'm
So
Cuban.
It's a little rough.
I'm Cuban
Yeah.
and she's from Michigan.
Yo hablo español.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not fluent, pero I learned a lot, enough to get by. I'm not like, fluent, and people laugh at me and be like, ¿Dónde es un baño? They'd be like, ah.
Right.
But they're
So-
enough to get by.
Tampa or Miami, who has better Cuban food?
Oh, definitely Miami.
Don't say that too loud around here.
I ain't had a good Cuban sandwich since I've been in Miami. They got the best Cuban sandwiches
Oh no,
you could ever
don't say
lay
that.
into.
They're gonna come get you now for saying that here in Tampa.
Right? I know, right?
That's a big one here. That's the best thing about Tampa right here. Some Colombian food. Bandeja paisa, pure Colombian.
I'll tell you here about Tampa. Tampa's kind of rough. It's not nothing like Miami. Miami's real quick and it's nonstop 24/7. Places in Tampa are too, but their law enforcement's pretty cool.
Here in Tampa?
Yeah.
Compared to Miami?
Compared to Miami, yeah. Metro-Dade was rough.
Wow.
Metro-Dade was dirty. Okay, Lee Hillsborough County, at least these officers try to help. You know, they put people in shelters. they've given me chance after chance after chance. I mean, they chastise me
Yeah.
and scold me, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And even as a 46-year-old woman, I need that sometimes. I need to be reiterated exactly what I'm doing and which direction I'm going and what happens if I don't.
Now, what y'all want? Color law documentation on each one of y'all or what? Because we ain't playing.
Because I don't think you're ever too old to start learning. And so it's pretty nice here, I like it. It's okay. I mean, it's nothing. I hope to move to something better when I get my back pay from disability. And this is something that's coming up really quick, so I'm pretty excited about it.
It's probably not gonna be in Florida. Florida's so expensive, right?
Yeah, Florida is very expensive.
So you're thinking back to Indiana?
I'm thinking about it.
You thinking about Indiana?
Thinking about it. Yeah, I don't have much.
We were just in Indiana, cold weather,
cold ice.
Boring. It's not this environment here in Florida. This vibe. No. This Florida man lifestyle, you're not going to find that up there.
Yeah, right. But you get a little peace of mind. You got the country, you got the woods, you got camping, fishing, bonfires,
So you're looking forward to getting your back pay and it be enough to get somewhere again.
Something where I can settle down and have something to leave to my children, because I messed up a lot of my life by being out here. Not really here per se, but
It takes a lot from you.
And yes. And I made a lot of mistakes. I've lost a lot of time spending with my children. My grandbabies, I haven't met them yet, but when my back pay comes, I want to get a round trip ticket with Southwest Airlines and go up and see my mother and my brother, because my mom is getting old. My father's died, and my brother's in the feds. I guess he
and I'll just respectfully, right?
Yeah.
I see a lot of people that are out here. And when they get a little bit of a check or a settlement or something,
everybody wants to take it.
Everybody, I wouldn't talk about it, and I know you might want to talk about it, but a lot of people get it. There's been people homeless that have been murdered after getting a settlement out here in Bradenton, Sarasota, Tampa. So a lot of times when you go from 0 to 100 real quick, it's a lot. Yeah. It's very difficult, and you can lose control.
They start hacking your accounts. Yeah. They start taking your money. If you say something, yes, I've had that happen with Social Security here in Tampa. I told people because I thought I could trust you. And I'm excited myself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally getting out of here. I'm finally coming up.
But they're not going to be happy for you.
They're not good. No.
Yeah. I know when we got an inheritance.
Smile on your face and stab you in the back.
We got an inheritance a while back, and it brought so much drama.
Yes.
To our life.
Everybody trying to hack your account because these people keep trying to steal my money.
So if it does come, when it does come, don't tell people how much it is.
Yes, sir.
And don't think that. I mean, I've been there. We received an inheritance of about $100,000.
Okay, so
and it flipped everybody around me.
People change. You see their true colors. It becomes a really nasty, ugly scene. You're like, wow, I see you're ugly. Bye. Yeah. Please get out of my life. If I had known this, I'd never even spent time talking to you. You were somebody who was here with me.
Yeah.
And now because of money, now you look like ugly, like Satan or something, Yeah. And all I can do is pray. I even pray for them in hopes that he will bless me behind praying, going outside of myself to pray for somebody who is doing me wrong. And it works. So I find it to be a common occurrence every day, even if I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm doing it anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you do have hopes. So you do seem like you're not hopeless about your future.
No, I can't.
Because,
I can't just roll over and die. I got to keep going.
That's important.
Yeah.
That'll keep you living out here.
Yes. I'm not going to let a chain of bad incidents through, a bad childhood or discombobulated confusion, men beating on me, people robbing me. I can't let that affect me too much, because if I do, I'm just going to roll over and die, and then guess what? I lose and they win.
Yeah.
I want to be strong. I keep thinking God keeps me alive because one day I'm going to have a story to tell somebody, and hopefully they'll hear me. And the people that you run around and, having to do what you got to do to fit in and survive, even when you don't want to sometimes, hopefully somebody would hear this message and I could change their life.
Oh, absolutely.
And that would make everything I've been through
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah.
You know,
No, people sharing their stories on our YouTube channel
yeah,
has reached so many people in so many ways.
right?
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It really is. So you're not giving up. You're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
keep moving.
Yes.
Just
strong.
you've experienced a lot in your life.
Yes, sir.
But when you go from having nothing to having something again, you have to be very careful of the people around you,
Yeah.
because they are not gonna want you. There's people. You ever heard of saying misery likes company?
Yes, absolutely.
So
That's exactly what it is too.
yeah. So I'm
You're
gonna
not
ask.
gonna live better than me. I promise you. No, I'm gonna live better than you because I made right decisions. And even though you did wrong by me, I still showed you love and prayed for you. Therefore, my Lord, my God, is gonna take me and open me up to be a shining light for you and somebody else. So, thank you. Have a nice day.
Anything else you want to say for ending today's video? Normally I ask questions, but you're so good at communicating, I haven't had to.
Okay. I would like to let people know there's hope. There's, and out here in these streets, you learn to lean on the Lord out here, even if you never did before. And that is something that's going to keep you going, keep positive, stay in churches, keep at least one friend around, one, because you don't have friends. You have a lot of associates, but no friends. Always remember that. And keep that one close to you, because that's the one that's going to be there when you're falling and you're about to, hit rock bottom. That's the one person that's going to be there to go, hey, I see you and I'm still here. And keep faith.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Okay.
And it's not easy, but
Yeah.
it
What-
sounds easy, but
I gotta say
you
something.
gotta
So,
be diligent.
what are the things that make you happy every day?
Laughing. Somebody
Laughing.
to bring me a smile to my. I feel like a smile is worth more than $1 million sometimes.
Yeah.
You be going through and you just can't motivate yourself. Somebody comes by and says something kind and makes you smile.
Yeah.
You're holding me or changing. It's like, thank you. I appreciate you. If there's anything to do for you, please tell me. And you don't forget things like that. And even if you don't see him for a while, next time you see him, you might make them smile.
Yeah, of
And
course.
pay it forward type thing pays in.
Yeah.
And it makes everything a little better.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds simple and stupid, but this is how I get by every day.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this. You're not the first person that I interview that goes through that profession.
It's
And I've always
embarrassing.
wondered the profession.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've interviewed a girl in Knoxville, Tennessee that went through it, a couple here in Tampa. What is the hardest part about a woman who does that? What is the hardest part? I've always wondered, what is the hardest part about you having to do that with your body?
Well, you come out here, you get a bad reputation for yourself. Freaking, you're so gross, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. What these people don't know is outside of getting from time to time, you be sure to enforce condoms. You want to go inside places. You don't want to be anywhere near families, older people, and law enforcement. You have to give first and foremost respect where respect's due.
But I mean, like the emotional toll that it takes on you,
And
or
makes you keep your head down
you
low.
said it's your reputation.
Hurt your reputation.
Yeah.
People don't think highly of you. She's just
Okay.
I'm surviving.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I have to do, and I have a really dangerous job.
Yeah, it
I'm
is
trying
very
not. I
dangerous.
don't do it. I have a couple people, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
that help me,
Okay.
but it's not like jumping in and out of cars, which I did get into pretty heavy for a period of time. I didn't know, it was like adrenaline rush. Oh, I'm cool, and it's not cool.
Yeah.
And so it sucks. And, you keep your head held down. You gotta listen to people cackling around the corner. You can hear them talking about you, and all you can do is hold your head down and cry.
Yeah.
And
So it takes an emotional. So any young girls that are considering that, it leaves a
bad on
long-lasting.
self-esteem.
It leaves a long-lasting emotional damage
You
to
never forget it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on nobody.
Okay.
So
Thank you for answering that tough question.
Thank you.
I've always wondered, because I've interviewed a few girls, and I've never really understood what the hardest thing about that is. To me, it would be the physical aspect of somebody you don't like.
That happened. It's a job. You have to look at it that way. This is my job. It sucks. Like I got the crappiest janitor job, so to speak.
Janitor job, oh my God. Oh my,
It
you're killing me.
sucks.
We're just taking out the garbage.
I tell you, right? This is what it
Oh,
feels
no.
like. When you got your little payment in your pocket,
Yeah.
you can get a room, you can buy something to eat, you know, you can go buy you a couple outfits or get your hygiene stocked back up
Yeah.
again, and it's like you feel good.
Yeah.
But in the
But deep
back,
down it hurts.
yeah, it sucks. It makes
Yeah.
you, I mean, you know, you put your head down, and then you get used to people calling you and da-da-da, and how nasty you are. Staying and respecting law enforcement, like I said, older people, children, families, discreet, you know, not running around here and like shorts going up.
Yeah.
No, that's not exactly what it has to be, you know, look nice,
Yeah.
casually nice. You know, I mean, you want to carry yourself with a little twist. It does be like that, but nothing too extreme, you know,
Oh, yeah.
just advertisement. And then, but you gotta keep a phone, gotta keep it turned on. That way you got people that can call it where you're not steady running up and down the street because you keep your face in the streets.
Have they ever arrested you for that here in Tampa or no?
Yes,
Yeah. So you're documented on the news for it.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes, and in Hollywood, Florida.
And in Hollywood.
Yes.
Was there more money on the other side? Seems like people in Miami, it's a huger, more money
I
thing.
made
up
a lot of money in Hollywood,
there. In
Florida.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, Florida, and it's just like, it's a lot smaller town than Tampa.
Yeah.
But there is so much more money flowing.
Well, I live in Sarasota, Bradenton now,
Yeah.
and like, it's not like street women. It's like high end. These Russian and Ukrainian girls come in, and they only go around like the rich, wealthy guys. So it's like an environment.
Yes.
And I Uber drive too, and I've noticed that like a lot of them are like young Ukrainian and Russian girls, and it's definitely more of a high end game, you could call it.
It's what you, if you're doing something like that, even
Yeah.
if you have to start from the low bottom,
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to aspire to, because this is the top of this profession.
Yeah.
You don't want to be down here. This is where junkies and
Yeah.
people that bang and people who are strung out. And now I drink alcohol to cope with what I do. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, it's not easy.
I drink alcohol.
Am I sorry to say, like, if I'm wrong, you're welcome to correct me. A lot of women that get into that are because of their habits are so strong that they have to feed it and they can't find any other way.
Yes, it comes that way. There was a point in time where I used. It's embarrassing and all, but I conquered it. And the only reason why I used it is because it was like a numbing. I didn't feel anything. I was able to keep going without having to let my emotions be all up on my shoulders and on my chest for everybody to see. Because once they see that kindness for weakness, and then they know they can get over on you, that they can bring you down, and your job already sucks. So why are you going to let this person see that inner part that is bad, so that they can feed on that and destroy you with it?
Vicious.
Yes, and I tried, and some of these girls used to get mad at me. You think you're better than me? I'm not better than you. I just believe it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And if this is what you're going to choose to do, be the best you can be at it, or let it go. Plain and simple. And I don't know, little slogans I live by.
Yeah.
I don't know if they mean anything to anybody, but to me, this was my life experience put into a little slogan. So
I know I asked you some tough questions. Thank you for your time.
yeah.
And but you are looking forward to better days, better
Yes.
things.
Yes, I pray.
And keep in mind that happiness never comes from the things you own
Yeah.
or how much money you have in the bank,
Yeah.
but from the outlook that you have. So even if money is not there or not, your happiness never comes from money. Thank you.